that you take to go up to Fatehpur Sikri. So I don't think many people really want to do it this way. Most people take a taxi, but I like to do this. I kind of find it fun. So here we go. This is the bus right here. Brand new bus, just built. Fatehpur Sikri. I love this place. Okay, it's so real. It's very different from Delhi. You won't see any foreigners here. But they have an amazing pair of sites. One of them is religious and the other one is a palace. And they were both built by Akbar. And one thing I found interesting is that at this time there are very few foreigners coming up here. In fact, just a couple a day. So a couple of foreigners each day are coming up here to see this place. And it's an amazing place. It's not too far from Agra. It's about an hour bus ride from Agra. And Akbar, who is, I think, considered the greatest of the Mughal emperors, and one of the reasons why he was considered so great is that he was very tolerant to all the different religions. And of course that's still a problem now because the people that followed Akbar were not so tolerant to Hindus in particular, and that created a big problem. And Modi is now trying to fight back against that, against the feelings that still exist from that era, which was what, 400 years ago, 450 years ago. Yeah. So Akbar's built this city. He built this city and he made it his capital. It was his capital for 15 years. A lot of history happened here surrounding Akbar. But then he abandoned it, and well, everybody abandoned it. And the reason why was lack of water. So he tried to build a reservoir of water. It didn't work out, and it became quite dry. And as a result, it was only a capital for 15 years, and it returned back to Agra. And of course, we all know the story of what happened after then, right, with the building of the Taj Mahal and Shah Jahan. But the city's still here, and if you look at it, it's quite nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a place that you need to stay a few days, but in fact, I don't even think you need to stay here at night. But to come up and down over the course of the day, it's pretty interesting.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? All right.
My brother is the Canada in clothing. Okay.
Yes.
Big brothers. I do the size in 50 rupees one gather.
So you two are my brothers for the day.
No, here 50 rupees.
Yes.
So me brothers. Big. I do size in 50 rupees per head member. No 50, no 50, no. One gather 50 rupees. You size in Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Sounds good. These two said they would be my tour guide, but it was actually a crafty bait and switch.
Okay, sir, come in front.
Come this way? Okay.
Fast side.
All right. My guides.
Yes.
Very good guides.
Very good guide. Yes.
I know, they're so amazing.
Yeah. Your guide name Samir.
Samir, and sorry, your name was?
Faisal.
Fasan.
You are from
Canada.
Canada. Oh, good country.
Everybody says that about Canada. Nice country. The boys led me to my actual guide.
This is the royal gate.
That's the royal gate?
Used for royal family. Other side, big gate for common people's audience. All building made by red sandstone, same like in Akbar fort. White marble built by Akbar.
So I didn't ask for this guide, but it turned out to be the highlight of the trip up to Fatehpur Sikri.
This on the graveyard cemetery.
The family from this family still get buried here.
Right.
After 16 generations.
Continuous, still live. Someone died, still buried inside.
And where's the last one, do you know?
This other side.
It's on the other side?
You see many soldiers.
There's a tunnel that goes to Agra from here, and it still works.
Yes, 40 kilometers.
Does anybody still use it at all?
I want to use, but now it's closed by government. It's a heritage site.
No, it makes sense to be
It's
closed.
not safe for tourists. Sometimes snake cobra.
Have you been in there?
Yes,
How far?
6 kilometers.
You went 6 kilometers through there.
This is naturally air conditioned.
So this is natural air conditioned.
Yes.
So that's why when we got here, there was 5 or 6 people right there trying to enjoy it. Yeah.
Beautiful white marble springs, beautiful columns.
So the water comes in, it goes down this column, comes out this hole where the boy is, where he's got his arm, goes down to this spot here, and then makes its way over to the pool.
You see some unique thing here. It's a religious complex, but a very beautiful site. Look like a fort.
Yes. I can go in?
Yes. Yeah. First we take a round this side.
This was a mausoleum built for the famous Sufi saint Salim Chishti. Yeah. Oh, these are nice, eh? Wow. Okay, so what? It's the same as the Taj Mahal. How is it the same as the Taj Mahal? In which ways?
I told you in the morning.
Okay. Salim Chishti played a very important role in Akbar's life. Akbar wanted a heir, and he was having trouble getting one. So he asked Salim Chishti to help him get a heir. And indeed, it worked. And he bore him a son. And that son eventually became Jagandir. People now come here from all over India to pray for a child. At the time, this was the center of the largest mosque in India.
People come Muslim, 5-10 pray every day. Use like active mosque, beautiful arch. Same like a Turkey mosque, like a blue mosque.
They don't want to paint it?
3 side, government repairing after. 3 side writing Quran, copy of metro.
Yeah.
Beautiful lamp, Akbar time gold.
So the people in those tombs were crushed by elephants?
Right. Akbar time, no hanging, no jail.
Crushed by elephants, that's
Right. There's a playground Akbar listening to people problems, like a public court, complaint house. When elephant died, so he buried inside for memory.
And this was all a lake.
right, but it's not successful. That's why the city was dry.
Yeah.
And
Did they try to build that lake?
right, but they're not successful.
Oh.
This.
So that was the mosque, which was built beside the palace. The palace is the main site that they attract you to, but it's a government building and they charge you the typical fee, which is 600 to get in. And then what happens once you get in is you're pretty much left on your own. But when you're in the mosque, you're not left on your own at all. Everybody's always talking to you, which is fine. But it's interesting that they left the mosque like that. And what happened was, those two boys that you saw at the beginning, they sort of gathered me up from the town. They knew what they were doing. And they brought me up to get a tour of the mosque. So that tour guide could not have given me a tour of the palace. But I think in the end, it was much more interesting. I decided not to get a tour of the palace. I went through the palace on my own. And of course, when that happens, you don't really get the same sense of what it's all about, but you can read about it afterwards. But personally, I feel that the mosque is more attractive and more beautiful. Mostly the gates to get in that are really quite stunning, in fact, and quite monumental. So the palace area is really a combination of at least 3 or 4 different palaces. One, for example, for his queen, and another one is for kind of a pleasure palace, and also the one was for public audiences. But the main feature, I think, of both the mosque and this one is that it's a combination of Mughal and Hindu features. It's difficult to distinguish them. But the easiest way I sort of saw was the Mughal features are very geometrical and the Hindu features are more flowery, more organic, more curved. And so what he was trying to do was unify his kingdom. So he wanted to create a new religion and a new art style in order to unify the people that he controlled. Okay, so that's it. I'm on my way back to Agra on the bus. So subscribe if you wish, and I will see you at the next stop.